G'day. It's your boy Danny D, aka Alaktrician Man, in the house for another Sunday sesh, AMA session today, and I hope everyone's doing well. I'm not 100% today. I'm kind of a little bit dizzy, but we'll see how we go. Let's push through with the live stream anyway. I'm gonna bring my boy Jerry in the house.
Hey,
G'day, Jerry.
here we are.
Yeah,
G'day,
here we are.
Danny.
We got a heap of people already sitting there. We've got like 42 people waiting. Guys, I'm
Do you know
Jerry. I'm
why?
just gonna bye.
Because they want to watch Jerry $39.99 win one of the giveaways today. We're all so excited and pumped.
Maybe, brother.
Anyway, go
Let's
ahead,
let's
Danny.
see how it
I'm
goes.
sorry for the interruption.
Oh, there you are. I'm going to go to the chats just a little bit here. Just a bit of a shout out to everybody. I know there was a couple of other messages earlier. I know it was Matt, and I think it was Fuzzy. Thank you guys. For some reason, those messages have disappeared. So a big shout out to Matt and Fuzzy, two of my super mods over on the main Telegram group. Shout out to Kelly Snook. Kelly, our resident former NASA scientist. Great to see you with us all the time. She's actually not here on the live now, but that was her comment. So big shout out to you, Kelly. Huss, big shout out again to Huss. Huss always follows me, man. He's been with me for so many years already, and I really appreciate you, brother. Westside Ian in the house. Great to see you there. David Brown. Great to see you there as well. I'm just going to put all these people up here to give this shout out. Fuzzy Crypto. Yes, man. It was like awesome. Before we even started, there was a heap of people on there. Dr. Defiant Wrapped Whale. Great to see you there again, brother. Tony Morrow in the house. Much love to you. Nick Niels all the way from Canada. Great to see you there as well, brother. As always. LCM, great to see you there too, bro. Thank you for your messages that you sent to me. I really appreciate you, brother. Princess Caddy also in the house. Good morning, Caddy. Guys, shout out to Caddy. Caddy does an amazing job in the Telegram group. So, a big shout out to her. Keep it up. I'll be speaking with you maybe later today or tomorrow, Caddy. So that's going to be awesome. Now, hey, I just saw someone that came into the studio there. Just as a reminder to you people that are out there. Those links that I share in the Telegram groups for the studio, if you click on that link, you will end up here on the live stream with us. So be aware of that. If you don't want to do that, then just use the YouTube link. Do not use the StreamYard link that I send on the groups. That's really for people that just want to that actually want to join us here in the studio. So there you go. Jav, I don't know who you are, but welcome anyway. Hey, Jerry here in the house. Crypto Flyer, great to see you there as well. Ernest Johnson, I've seen you in the chats as well. So good to see you there. Bornock, welcome back again. I know you've been with us before. Bizzo, salute to you. Wow, there's already so many messages in here. Spill all the beans, man. Kerry to Spain, Arizona, USA, welcome again. I see you. Hoping no future rug from Stable Swap. That's actually never going to happen. The rug will never rug. Look, I can't say what the future holds in regards to, what happens on a business level, but to say that we would ever rug, definitely not. Too much to lose for us to rug. We would lose more than what you would lose. Put it that way. Neil's Dr. Defiant again. Wonder Woman also in the house. Great to see you there. Thank you for all of your support. Lillian Rose, much love to you as always. Thank you for joining us. Mollians, wow, there's so many in here. Mollian, yeah, thanks for being here. Jerry, what a mission, man. I'm just trying to get through all of these. Just hang with me for a second. Mark over in Bickle, great to see you there as well. CJ, great to see you there as well. Blue Chip, why are you not here with us? Running like a sewing machine. And Matt, our super mod. Yeah, Blue Chip, you know where the links are, man. Come and join us. We'd love to have you on here. G'day, mate. Mr. Big, g'day as well. To buy Jerry a microphone. Hey, here we go. Can we chip in to buy Jerry a microphone? Never know. He may buy one himself if he wins today. Let's see what happens. Marvelous Crypto Talk. Easy money. It absolutely is. Patrick Cryptozoa, big shout out to you. Yes, look, I'm not feeling 100%, as you can probably notice with me on the video right now. Not feeling 100%, but I'm slowly getting back there. Again, Patrick, big shout out to you. I love your medium articles, man. Thank you so much. Absolutely awesome. So, thank you for that. Colin Muhammad from Trinidad. Oh, okay, yes. Trinidad and Tobago. Great to see you there as well. Bishop, oh, all the way from Nigeria. Wow, we're like reaching all over the world here. It's absolutely awesome. Kandigosha, so obviously this is Philippines. Tai. Actually, you're not far from me, brother. You're not far from me. And I'm pretty sure we've met in the office as well. So there you go. Brian Morris. Hey, Ann, good to see you. Jim, yes, everyone, please smash that like button. And Jim, come and join us on the show. Come and join us on the show. Blue Chip Drip in the house. Good to see you. I got someone here called Hamed. Now, I'm going to add him to the screen, but I'm not sure whether. Hello, Hamed. Okay, I'll mute you for a minute until you. No. Okay. I'll remove him off the screen. Just message if you still want to be on there, man. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Blue Chip, Jerry, how you doing?
Absolutely fantastic. I just passed my first month here on Stable Swap. It couldn't be
beautiful. Awesome, man. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. Things have been going really crazy with Stable Swap. I have been super busy, guys. I've got to say up front, I'm sorry I haven't been in the chats. Super sorry I haven't been in the chats. John, welcome to the stream, brother. Great to see you there as well. Okay. Hamid, I just got your message here. I'll add you, but yeah, try to reduce your background noise if you can. I'm going to add you to the stream. Let me just put this up here. Hello, Hamid. Hello.
This is my friend Hamid.
As your friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he may know Jerry too, and he's also a good friend of Raphael's. I've known Hamid for a couple years now.
Okay.
We were in another project that.
Okay. Is he wanting to actually be on the stream, or is he just watching?
He's never. This is the first time I've tried to introduce it to him. He's not registered. I mean, he's totally gun shy about any projects right now. He's only trading on his own right now.
Okay. All right.
But I've kind of let him know that your project is kind of a different animal. Why are you laughing?
Isn't it ever?
It's a different animal, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's unlike any other.
Yep.
It's not going away.
No.
Just as good as a bank.
Well, I appreciate that. The sentiment, I guess, at the moment, everyone that's on the community kind of feels the same. So, yeah. Blue Chip, how about you, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Oh, yeah. I got home and watched it after the fact. That was a great stream.
Cool.
I enjoyed always, a lot of times I come on and joke around or get quiet, but honestly, by coming on these streams or watching it, I get content for the following week. Because you really got to work to get content to talk about stable swap.
No, because it's so boring, right? So boring. So, guys, yeah, I'm going to try to well, we'll see how we go with the stream. But to be straight up, I am not feeling the best today. I'm actually having dizzy spells. I've been having dizzy spells since this morning. But as mentioned in the Telegram, the show must go on. So here I am. There will be no Alak-Azul ingested today. Right? It's there, but I'm not going to be having any. This is the second show ever where I've not taken any Alak-Azul. We're doing it today, just on doctor's
So
orders.
how's the hypertension going? Is it getting any better? Or?
You know when they do like the blood pressure readings, you get the one at the top and then the one at the bottom. Okay,
Right.
the one at the top is reducing, but the one at the bottom is going up.
Is it?
Yeah. So the one at the bottom started at 95. It's now at 101. The one at the top started at 145, and it's now down to 130 or something. So I'm still on meds. So I'm taking some maintenance and stuff. So let's see. Yeah. But I mean, I don't feel too bad. It's just, yeah, I kind of not as much energy, and I am getting dizzy and stuff. And the back of my, the base of my skull here to my shoulders is still like really tight. But it is what it is. I'm here, got a job to do, and let's push through and make shit happen. So there's one thing I do want to address first off, straight up, because obviously this is something that's come up in the chats in the last couple of days, and that's a gift liquidity. All right, I want to address this straight away, right from go today. Okay, so the gift liquidity, what happened with the gift liquidity, people have been messaging saying that it's not getting the 5% referral reward. Okay, and at this current point in time, that is correct. Okay, it started off when we first launched the gift liquidity. Look, the gift liquidity was something that was pushed out because of community demand. Okay, it's something the community wanted, so we pushed it out there. It was not actually part of our initial plans, part of our roadmap to do that. We pushed that out there just to help the community out, and it actually worked okay in the beginning. But unfortunately, what happened is when you actually add something, there's things that what we call if and else in the coding world. Okay, if you do something, it can actually affect something else. And unfortunately, there was something else that we slightly overlooked when we launched it, and it affected the way the thing worked in the system. Now, so one of our guys actually decided to disable that factor of it, that part of it, as a safeguard. So basically, I'm going to present this to the community. All right, and you guys can message away and I'll take that into consideration. So the current status is, yes, you can still do gift liquidity, but you are not going to get rewarded for it yourself. Okay, you're not going to get that 5%. Okay, or the 10% in time. So there's two options here, as I discussed this with my partners the other day. One is we can temporarily shut off the gift liquidity, and then we will recode in the back end to then provide again. I mean, the ultimate goal again is obviously to still maintain that 5% and that 10%, okay, moving forward. But that is actually not in place right now. We have to do some recoding on that, okay? But I'm not going to give that 100% priority at this point in time because there's so many other things we need to do. So two options. One is actually we temporarily remove it, okay? Then do our coding in the back end and then re-implement it sometime in the near future. Or two, leave it in there. You can do gift liquidity if you wish, but it's not going to benefit you if like they're your downline and you're not going to get that 5%. So I'm putting that out there to the community. Guys, give me your opinion on that. Anyone on the stream right now?
My opinion would be that that if you took it out temporarily to recode for later, would essentially send everybody the message that you're aware there's something going on with it, that you would like it changed, and that you're going to work on it. But if you just left it in there and didn't do anything, there's going to be a lot of people that may not get the message that there's something going on with it. and they may think, oh, well, there's something wrong, and they're going to continue to complain. So if it were me, I would say temporarily disable and then recode later, if it were my choice. But
yeah. Chip, what do you think?
I agree with what John said.
Yep. I'm kind of in the same thing, because what happens is if people don't hear about it and don't hear about the changes, I'm going to start getting all the messages. Oh, why am I not getting this 5%? Why am I not getting this? Why? You know. How about you, Jerry? What do you think? What's your thoughts, Jerry?
I think you should let us spend the 0.5% so that we can we can do an internal transfer. I mean, it only costs, 12.5 cents on a $25 transfer. Then we do ensure that we get commission if it's our direct downline, and we'll earn the 10%. So at the end of the day, let's do for the business what's right. Take it out.
Okay. All right. That seems to be the general consensus.
My thinking, anyway.
The reason it was put in place in the beginning anyway, right? The original suggestion for it was, it actually came through around Christmas time, because people were wanting to use gift liquidity to give Christmas gifts instead of giving cash to people. It was never about getting rewards from it, right? Initially, it was about just gifting it to people, so then you're giving them a gift that keeps on giving. Instead of rather just transferring cash to them and then they can just withdraw it out. The whole idea was to be able to provide, gift liquidity, so then that person would generate revenue from that long term as well. So that's the idea of it. That was the idea behind it. But I will take this into consideration, right? I'm not going to say right now we're going to remove it, but I'll take that into consideration, what the community is saying, which I do agree to. But also, I have to discuss this with my partners and see what they think as well. But at the moment, I would say I'm leaning 60% to actually removing it. Okay, personally.
But I mean, hypothetically, if you gifted liquidity to someone, and you're not getting that 5%, however, the earnings that they're earning every day is going to go up a little bit, then you'll get, that means your AFS bonus will go up.
Yeah, it's still the 10%.
Right.
Yeah. As a whole, right? So yeah, as a whole, you'd still be getting stuff like that.
But if it's something, I agree with what John said. If it's something you guys ultimately want to correct the coding on or whatever in the back end, just take it down. And for like when we do wheel spins and stuff, we'll just do an internal transfer and let them do what they want with the money.
Yeah. No, that's true. Again, the whole idea behind it was, what came up at Christmas, where people were just wanting to gift liquidity to people. You know how it is in some places, actually, not just some places, probably all over the world. There's times where you're trying to help out family or get them on board or things like that. And if you just send them something, they can just withdraw it. It's just the way, that's just the way people are. But if you were, if you gave them a liquidity where they are now into the system and they're actually earning money as well, that's a better option. But anyway, I'll take that into consideration. I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted to get that feedback from you guys. And I mean, it seems even just looking in the chats right now, everyone's saying to remove it for now. So that's more than likely the way that we're going to go. But I'm not confirming that right now. Okay, just so you know. This is gift without expecting something in return, and that I agree with that as well. So still love the concept of gifting liquidity. Yeah, I do too, absolutely. And again, that's the plan. But at the moment, the way that it's actually coded in, etc. Look, guys, we don't live in a perfect world. Okay, as much as we want to do these things for people, there's obviously things that need to be adjusted from here to from time to time. And again, it's one of those things, we just pushed it out there because of community demand or community desire, and it is what it is. So I'll definitely look into it. But when we do, if we do take it off and then bring it back in the near future, it will still have that 5% and that 10% when we add it back in. Okay. So sorry,
which is awesome.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to say here, man, is you guys should see that, you know, we're trying to look at the best benefit for everybody. Okay? Trying to cover everybody. And I think that's super important. So it's not just a matter of throwing this in here or throwing that in there to give people more money or whatever. It's you got to look at, take it back to basics and look at the reasons why we're doing it. So, okay. Welcome, Jim. Thanks for joining us, brother. I thought you,
Mr. W.
And you know, get into this discussion. I thought you might want to do that.
Hey, Danny,
brother.
I joke about this, but if you don't get well, I'm going to take out a life insurance policy on you. I'll get it through Blue Chip.
Oh, I'm doing what I can, brother. I'm trying to remove. Look, it's not so much stress. It's all about. It's more about. I'm spreading myself thin. Okay, in everything that I'm having to do, and it's a real struggle to keep up. You know, like having a few days off. Well, not a few days off, but a few days away from the Telegram. When I come back, man, I've got like hundreds of messages, and it's like it's almost impossible to catch up, right? And
Secretary.
oh, but even that, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it still has to come through me, right? So, you know, I'm working on the structure at the back end here to actually relieve a lot of that, you know, that workload. Obviously, Princess Caddy's out there. She's doing an amazing job. You know, discussing this with my partners again the other day, we were able to catch up for a face-to-face meeting. And, you know, they understand as well. And they're thinking of me and going, geez, what can we do to help you and stuff like that. But I mean, I can't expect my partners to jump on like I do. Okay. Each of us has specific roles in what we do in the back end here. You know, it's things like, for example, the funding. I don't actually handle the funding. I'm part of it, but I'm not the one that says, hey, okay, we're going to transfer this to that, or we're going to do this and you're going to do that. It's a group discussion, but there is that other person that actually handles that. Okay. You can't have all of that responsibility on one person. You can't do that. One, I mean, I'm never going to rug, but if you had all that responsibility on one person, there's always that risk. Okay. People are people. I trust code more than I trust people. Right? So, you know, that's the reality. But, you know, so the way that we've structured it is that, yeah, everyone has their specific roles. Yes, we do discuss it, but, you know, and come up with combined decisions and joint decisions and stuff. But there are specific roles for people. So, you know, again, I'm out here in the front, but if you ask me to change something here or change something there, I can't make that decision like on the spot, right? Because that's not totally up to me. In regards to the promos, right? The promos and things like that, yes, I make that decision. There's no problem, okay? But in regards to if there's anything that needs to be changed in the back end, like today, I'm asking about this, okay? I personally go, okay, let's remove it. But that's not just solely my decision, okay? I would discuss that with my partners. That's why we have partners, right? So, you know, keep that in mind, guys. I am the one out here, but I don't handle everything. Okay. I mean, I see everything, but I don't handle everything, just so you know. All right. Which is great for you guys.
Yes. You should delegate. I mean, that's proper things, but then ultimately, you know, you're the decision maker on many of these things.
Yes, absolutely. You know, on many of the things I am. But yeah, again, I just need to work on freeing up some of my time because, you know, yes, we have Stable Swap, but you also know I have Alak-Azul, and then all the other things that we're trying to integrate into the system. Those things don't just happen. There's a lot of work that goes into the back end of that. Right. So I'm also involved in that. So yeah, sometimes, you know, sometimes I can't be on Telegram. I just can't do it. Right. It's one of those things. And then again, obviously health. I've got to consider my health. And even my partners are saying to me, look, I don't want to talk to you because you shouldn't be talking to us. You should just be having some rest, you know. And I've got to start listening, man. You know, I'm not getting any younger, as you know. And when you start having issues like hypertension and stuff like that, you know, a light bulb comes on and says, hey, you really got to start taking care of yourself. So that's what I'm doing. So
hey, Blue Chip, Is there any way I could take out a life insurance policy from North Carolina on somebody in the Philippines?
You would have to go to the Philippines and have a Filipino insurance agent
Uh,
write it.
There you go.
And they're going to want to assess him.
There you go.
Oh man. So I really appreciate the comments here. The comments here in the chat. I really appreciate it. We've got like 64 people watching right now, so it's amazing, man. I love it. So today, I'm open to AMAs. People can ask the questions, whatever, and I'll answer them. I'm also going to do 3 giveaways today, depending on time. It could be 2, it could be 3. I'll just give away like $150 today. All right, so 3 50s or 150 and 100. See how we go. Okay.
Oh, so there's a question here. I see Stephen Riley asked about. I think there's still some confusion, maybe Danny, that you can kind of clear up.
Yeah.
When about the USDT and USDC, if you're trying to withdraw, how do you know what chain to withdraw? Does it matter? Some people are saying they just choose one and it comes anyway. Some say it doesn't come. It's just. It's not real clear.
I thought it had to be chain specific.
Yeah. Okay. There's a couple of things to address here. Firstly, yes, you can choose whatever network to withdraw out, but if the system, because we are working on actually separating these on the dashboard, but if the system detects, let's say for example, you had 50 USDC sitting in there, okay, 25 of which was on Ethereum chain and 25 was on BSC. If you try to withdraw the whole thing out on BSC, it'll come up with an error. Okay, that's first thing. Secondly, the initial amount that you had put in for liquidity provision, how you brought that in. So let's say you first started and you came in on Tron and you did $1,000, for example. Okay, that's now being provided into liquidity. You won't get that back for 300 days. But on that 300 days, when that time expires, when you go to withdraw out that 1,000 that has come back to you, that has to come out on the same chain that you put in on.
Right.
Not your rewards, the actual amount. And I've said this time and time again that is actually still yours. You're not giving it to us.
Right. You're just a custodian.
Yeah. So if you went in with USDT on Tron on that 1,000, you take that 1,000 out on USDT Tron as well. Does that kind of clear it up a little bit?
Yeah.
But earnings can be a choice.
So the daily reward, if it's on Tron, the daily rewards, it'll be in your wallet. But if you try to take the daily rewards out, it's still in the daily network that you came in.
No, the daily rewards are different, right? The daily rewards are different because the rewards are coming from an external source. Okay. So those rewards could come in on USDC on BSC, right? More than likely BSC because most people are using BSC. Okay. So those rewards come through on that and you can take that on BSC. But that initial 1,000 that you had put in 300 days ago.
Right.
Okay. When you go to take that out, that has to be on the network that you put in on.
So really it's a combination, I guess. What you're saying is whatever we deposited into the system on whatever that chain is, even if we stake it, we have to choose that chain to get it out.
When you go out, when
it expires. However, the rewards that build up over that time, you can choose whatever network you want to withdraw to. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Right. So those rewards are fine. But again, depending on, for example, someone came in underneath you and they were on Ethereum. Okay. Your 5% that came in underneath you on Ethereum would be on Ethereum.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, is that kind of clear now? I mean, we're working on adjusting the dashboard so you'll be able to separate those things. But you've got to look at that aesthetically as well, right? You've got all these things across the top. You've got USDT, and you'll have it in 3 different networks, and then you have USDC in 2 different networks. So there's a lot that goes into it. So, but I hope that clears that up, Stephen. I hope that clears that up for you. Jim, for you, is that?
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, does that make sense though?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Any other questions in there, guys? I'm struggling to keep up with the chats and stuff. So if you see a question come up there, please let me know, or you ask the question yourself. And yeah. So basically, you guys tell your teammates use the same network as you. Why not?
You could tell them that, but I mean, it's their choice.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, majority of people are using BSC. Okay,
so tell me this now. Now I'm slightly confused here. But when you're talking about BSC and USDT, that's just USDT BSC. That's not BNB. It's not USDC on the BSC chain. It's actually USDT that's BSC. Right?
USDT BSC and USDT Tron are 2 separate.
I know. Yeah, that's all I've been using is the Tron on this.
Yeah.
But I've used them elsewhere, just not crisscrossing. You know what I mean, motherfucker?
There's when you consider. I try to explain it to it this way, especially for like newbies. I'm not saying, John, you're a newbie. I'm just saying if I was in front of a newbie, I would say you have 3 separate network highways, and there's USDT that's pegged to the $1 value on all 3 of them. Okay, and one highway is called BEP 20, and that would be Binance. That would be the Binance Smart Chain. You have to have gas. You have to have gas to run on that highway, and that would be the BNB.
Gotcha.
BEP 20. Yeah. And the same thing with Ethereum, and the same thing with Tron.
Yeah. That's
gotcha.
Right. We got Mr. Big joining us. G'day,
what's going on, guys? Hey, I got now that you're mentioning all this stuff, I've been always thinking about this.
Yes.
Is there a way that you could do a button where you could, like, let's say you have USDC and USDT in 2 different, both your wallets there.
Yeah.
Is it possible that you could do it where you could combine the 2? So, because you have to have $50 in each one to take them out, right?
Right.
Okay. So is there a way you could put a thing in there where we could move one to the other one so we could take it out?
You'd have to use a bridge, right?
Yeah, I mean
there's always a way to do it. It's just a matter of whether we actually implement it.
I'm saying, is there a way you could put a bridge in there that we could do that?
Yeah, but then you've got to realize, you've got to consider why those thresholds are in place.
No, I understand that, but I've got money coming in from USDC and USDT from my wife's account and my other ones, and the one of them just bills smaller than the other one.
Absolutely.
And so I was just hoping that we could bridge them together.
All right. In regards to that being on networks, right, on separate networks as well. That's why Ethereum it costs more to withdraw. Okay?
No, I understand it, but I'm just trying to go ahead, just like on the BNB network, where you could move them, from one to the other.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that if you have 2 things, right? For example, you have something on, let's say you have USDT on Ethereum. You got $25, okay? All right. And then you've got 25 on BSC. You want to try to combine those, you're going to have to bridge, and it's going to cost you anyway. Transactions on Ethereum right now, we're charging a minimum of 20. All right. Well, it's $20. So
what if you had the USDT and the USDC both on the BNB network? Then couldn't you just bridge those together? That's what I mean. Not on different chains on the same network.
Oh, okay. So trying to combine that again, they're two separate tokens. So you'd have to sacrifice one.
So you're saying the USDT is on Ethereum. It's not on the BNB node.
USDT is on Tron, Ethereum, and BSC. USDC is on Ethereum or BSC only. Okay.
Okay.
So what you're saying is that, okay, you want to have your USDC and you want to convert it to USDT.
Right.
Yeah. So you'd have to bridge that. You'd have to, because that's
okay. Yeah, that's right. That's a newbie. I can't believe I can't believe I said that. Yeah. But anyway, the most important thing I came on here is that number, that lower number is the most important number. With that number going up,
my BP. Yeah.
Yeah, and your blood pressure. That number is very dangerous on the bottom. That's the one you have to watch the most. And if it's rising, you need to get that looked at. I'm dead serious, okay?
Oh, for sure.
I don't want to log in here one day and say, well, we're all going to say goodbye to Danny, okay?
Yeah. We're a little bit off.
No, I really, I say a prayer for you, buddy. I say a prayer for you, okay? Because I don't want anything to happen to you. You know, you're talking to a person that has all kinds of problems with me, and I have to watch all this stuff. So please watch that number. All right, I'm dead.
Thank you. Dead. I'm on maintenance, so I've got my tablets there, and it's helping a little bit.
In regards to as a temporary solution, once you build up, let's say, like most of mine comes in on USDT side, and I think that's the way most people have.
Yeah.
The USDC is smaller, but if you've got a couple of trusted folks in, like I trust Blue Chip and I trust John and so forth, and let's say that they like USDC. I'm just saying. I mean, it might be USDT that they like. Yeah. But I like USDT. You can do an internal transfer between two members for equivalent value. So I can send them the USDC, they can send me the USDT, and you can do a transfer that way internally among members.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you can do it.
So I could do that. I could do that with my wife's account?
You could.
Yeah.
But you got to have 25 at least both ways, 25 or above to do the internal transfer.
So I could just, it's actually my account. It's on, I told her that's hers, but so I could switch them back and forth then. Okay.
Well, I'm not saying you can switch USDC over to USDC. I'm saying USDT. I'm saying if that person likes having USDC, send them that. And if you like USDT, have them send the equivalent value back to you.
Right. But if my wife ever comes in there, make sure you tell her it's her account, okay?
That's funny. You know. All right. Just while we're on the subject, we're going to do the first giveaway, okay?
Yes.
This will be for $50, right? 50 USDT. And just because of our conversations today, I'll just do it as an internal transfer. Okay. Not as gift liquidity at this point in time. So let me just share this screen giveaway tool. Bigger. There you go, guys. Hashtag blockchain. Right? Hashtag blockchain. Put that in there. There's 59 people viewing right now. Get those entries in and make sure you spell it right. Hashtag blockchain, and that'll be for 50 USDT giveaway today.
Now, for some reason, Danny, I wanted to gift some money to your daughter's education, but the super chats is not available on YouTube for some reason.
I know, that's crazy, right? Because actually, Matt did one. A big shout out again to Matt. He did one earlier, so I don't know why. I only noticed that just now. Just before we went live.
Oh well, I'll have to double it up next time.
Thank you so much for that, Jim. I greatly appreciate it, man. And my daughter does too. So I greatly appreciate that. I don't know. It may just be I was not given any notification or anything like that it switched off, and obviously I've reached all the. Oh, Mr. Big just did one now.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just tried it. It worked.
Well, wait a minute. Why is it not on mine though?
So what are we talking about?
The
The
super
gift-
chat on YouTube.
Super chat on YouTube, but I'm not showing it on mine. Interesting.
Here we go. Thank you, Mr. Big. I really appreciate that, brother.
Let me try it again.
Yeah.
So you can gift through the YouTube.
All right, I found it.
You can, if you basically what that for with super chat. So if there's lots of chats going on and you want to get noticed, there's an option for you to actually like donate or gift an amount to me, right? So as you can see on the screen there, like Mr. Big just did here.
Yeah, don't be a tightwad. Go big.
It stands out. It stands out, right, in amongst all the chats. So, and look, here's Jim.
So, but how is it paid? How's that paid?
It goes to my account that's set up for YouTube.
No. But how am I paying it? Am I paying it like through?
Well, how
am I paying it?
You set up a credit card, debit card.
Oh, credit card. Okay.
Yeah, however you have your YouTube set up, either through PayPal or a credit card. It's your Microsoft account.
Okay, I've got PayPal attached to damn near everything, so I don't know.
Thank you, guys. But again, you don't. Jim, thank you for that one, Matt. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's not necessary to do, but if you do want your comment to come up and like be noticeable in amongst all the other comments there, yeah, you can do that.
Hey, did you guys buy your lotto ticket for tonight? The Mega Millions, 1.3 billion.
God,
3 billion.
You still got
that's
40,
crazy.
You still got 45 minutes, okay? You got 45 minutes to get that.
I've got my lotto ticket. It's called Stable Swap.
Yes.
Well,
hey guys, I accidentally entered my name twice for the.
Oh, it's okay. That's fine.
I
Bro.
got 20
Take me out of
tickets.
the contest.
Yeah,
If I win any part of that, I'm going to be the biggest investor in Stable Swap anybody's ever seen.
Hey, just in regards to that, if you win the lotteries over there in the US, how much of that is tax? How much do you actually end up with?
37%.
37% goes to
Let
tax.
me
crazy,
explain
isn't
to
it?
you.
Well, and then they give you an option, Danny. They give
Yeah.
you an option to pay out over X amount of years.
Yeah.
Danny, let me explain to you. If you
Or
won
one
tonight,
lump sum.
if you won tonight, you would get $480 million, okay? If you
Wow.
took the cash out. And
Okay.
And now, if you did a 20-year endowment or 30 or whatever, you would get like $400 million a year. Oh no, you get $4 million a year for 29 years. If you
And
figure
can
out
you
the the taxes, you actually do better by taking a lump sum, paying the tax, and then reinvesting it at 6% a year. In 20 years, you would make $2.6 billion. If you just invested that $400 million for 20 years at 6%, you'd be making, so you would double your money if you took it out and just put it in the bank at 6% for 20 years.
Or put it in Stable Swap.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, winning something that big, just me personally, it's so easy to spend, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
Right? It would be so easy to spend.
And that's what happens to them.
Yeah.
They say about 70% of lotto winners that win millions of dollars,
They blow it.
broke or dead within 5
They
years.
don't know how to manage that money, right? So I was going to say, I'd probably look at putting, majority of that into like a family discretionary trust or something like that. And
The first thing you do is you get yourself an Airbnb, you get a burner phone, and you don't tell anybody. You don't even tell your wife or your mother until you get a hold of a tax lawyer.
Well, if they were smart and had somebody would sit down with them and say, hey, you might want to consider the 20 or 30-year plan. That way, if you do blow it the first year, you got something coming back the second year, and maybe you learned your lesson by then.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Cautionary cushion.
And something like that. I mean, if you worked it right, that's generational wealth.
Yes.
if people
Hey,
don't,
stable swap is generational wealth. What are you talking about?
well, it is too. It is too, right?
That's right.
Definitely, you could look at it that way. But yeah, I mean, for me, if I was to win that kind of money, that would go into like a discretionary trust.
Whenever I explain stable swap to somebody, I tell them this is generational wealth, folks.
It is. But there you go. We've got 65 entries. I think that's good. We've got 72 people watching, 65 entries. Let's do this first draw.
All right.
Okay.
There's the drum roll.
Wendy C.
Congratulations, Wendy. Okay, guys, again, as stipulations for these, you have to, Wendy, you have to have an account on Stable Swap if you don't already have one. Okay, you have to create one if you don't already have one. And then hit me up over on Telegram, send me your username, your Stable Swap username, and we'll organize sending those over to you. What I might do is the same as what I did like the last time we did this. I actually did them afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. It just makes it easier because I'm having to do my all the verifications and stuff like that while we're on stream. Don't worry about
Hey, Wendy, if you need a referral code, there's one right underneath my name there, okay?
A shameless shiller.
And I'll give you $10 back if you use that code.
There you go.
Congratulations again, Wendy. Hit me up over on Telegram and just confirm. And what I'll need you to do is you'll need to screenshot your account on just part of your dashboard there, so I can see your actual username as well and know that it's legit. It's you, because there's a lot of scammers out there that will try to message me and say, hey, this is the address. Well, I need you to prove that it's you. Okay.
Speaking of which, we need to just remind everybody that gets into the Stable Swap group.
Yes.
That there are many scammers out there that will use me, use Matt, use Fuzzy, use Danny, use Katie, all of them.
Yeah.
Steal their profile picture, act like they're that person. Get into the group, start private DMing folks, trying to scam them out and say, hey, can I help you out? Or, and all this stuff. So be vigilant.
Absolutely.
If you got questions, ask it inside the group. Don't
I had somebody hit me up, told me they were part of the, they had the Stable Swap insignia, told me they were part of the Q&A team, wanted to know if I was pleased. Click on this link to complete a survey.
There you go.
There's even someone that was actually trying to copy the Stable Swap bot, right? Calling themselves a Stable Swap bot.
That's right. The bot would reply to you.
Hey, Danny, when we hit the 3 million mark, there's going to be another bonus.
If we hit the 3 million mark, which I'm pretty sure we're just going to smash it, but if we hit the 3 million mark by April 15, I'm going to give away $2,500 USD.
Okay, so we're pretty close. We're at 2.8.
Yeah, right.
2.83.
So there's that big possibility that that's going to happen, right? So pretty exciting stuff.
People are starting to get their tax return, so here's a good place to dump a little bit of that, folks.
Yeah, there you go. You never know. You never know.
I've got a gentleman. He wants to come in. His work visa expired years ago, and Jim, there's lots of people here like that. They came here on a work visa or whatever. 20 years later, they're here, but they don't have any proper documentation.
Yeah.
And this guy, he does. You know what? He does have a Mexican passport. I take it back. Okay. So I wonder if MetaMask would. He's got a KYC, right? But I doubt MetaMask would approve him because
he doesn't have KYC. He doesn't need KYC
with MetaMask.
Yeah, there's no KYC with MetaMask.
Well,
but if you want to buy crypto,
a credit card or a debit card, you got to have.
Oh yeah. Because
there's no KYC if you're buying it there.
Those are blue chip. Those are third-party groups through MetaMask. That's not
Right.
MetaMask.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like MoonPay and all
I
those
like
other-
MoonPay.
Yeah. By the way, just to mention MetaMask users, okay? I've been using MetaMask ever since it started, and they said back in 2019 that they were going to do an airdrop. Well, they've never done it, but a little birdie told me a couple days ago they're coming out with their own token, and there will be doing an airdrop if you've ever used their bridge or anything. So this is not financial advice, but if you might want to use their bridge a couple times, you'll get a big airdrop. I've used it many, many times thinking I was going to always get the airdrop. Well, they finally are coming out with their own token, and the airdrop is right around the corner.
Talking
I
about
don't even know how to use their bridge.
airdrops, I've got to look into it a little bit more.
If you go to MetaMask, John, up in the right-hand corner, it'll say bridge.
Okay.
Click on that, and that takes you right to the bridge.
Okay.
Interesting. Just in regards to airdrops, I don't know how many of you are in SwapX. Okay.
Yeah, I am. I'm ready to buy 2 of the NFTs every Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in it as well. And to be honest, I don't know a lot about it. I just haven't had time, right? But I'm in it. I'm in it because, well, I got the invite from Lady Mania and also BB in regards to being one of the influencers on the list there, which you probably know about. And so I'm in on that side of it. But from what I hear, there's also going to be an airdrop happening on the 10th to anyone that has wrap drip. And I know a lot of the people out there.
But you had to have 1 wrap drip in your wallet on March 10th. And all mine was in kitchen sink. So I missed it. I had thousands in kitchen sink. And now kitchen sink pulled the rug on us on the drip part. They pulled all the liquidity out of the drip.
Yeah, I've heard news of that, but I haven't looked into it, and I don't think that they've pulled the rug out of it. I think it's more.
No. What happened with the kitchen sink is a real simple thing. What the folks built up their claims. They built them up, so they were up to like 25, 30 claims. Yeah, and so they would do the 3 days of what do you call it?
Compounding.
Thank you. They would do the 3 days of compounding, and then they would have a claim in the bank. Yeah. And then they would repeat the cycle. So once they saw the TVL started draining, all they had to do was wait 24 hours every day and use those claims in a row. So 24 hours would go by, they would claim. 24 hours would go by, they would claim. And if they wanted to, they could do 48 hours. It would double it up, and they could claim after 48 hours. And eventually the TVL drained.
I'm still stuck with 20 claims.
Yeah. So which, by the way, that doesn't happen with Stable Swap. The TVL is not going to be draining.
But Danny, make sure you get at least 10 of those NFTs. That's how many you can get per wallet. I'm going to be getting 10.
Brother, I'm
because there's only going to be 3,000 of them. So think about this as when Pancake Swap started. Okay, this is like Pancake Swap 2.0.
Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons I'm in it. And in regards to the 10 NFTs, don't worry, I'm covered there, brother. Okay. I can assure you of that.
With all these free airdrops that are being handed out, and I think Crypto Flyer just mentioned this too in the chat. You please do not click on links that gives permissions to your wallet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then you go in within the hour and your assets are gone.
Absolutely.
Right. And what's nice about the Rabby, it lists up there a scam airdrops. I get like 10 of them a day. They're airdrops, and they say scam, every one of them. Don't ever click on those, folks. Never click on those.
Absolutely. And again, though, you see that, but that is not 100% confirmed either, right? So just be careful. Even if you see it come through as a scam, I mean, you never ever know. But yes, be very careful. Guys, I just want to put this up here. We have to be careful with things that we say. In my opinion, it didn't rug. as well.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it was rug.
Yeah.
Oh, the TBL. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The
Okay,
TBL.
and, I'm going to put this out there as well. Hustle Man Matt and Eric the Bandit. They are. Forget the names, but they are cool guys, right? And they've been
there's still TBL in the B&B and the W Drip and the Drip X. They all those three still have
If
TBL.
any of you guys know Hustle Man Matt and Eric the Bandit, tell them to hit me up. I got a solution for the problem. It's very simple. You know how with the kitchen sink you had to compound every day? And if you went 48 hours without doing anything, then you would lose that compound. You'd have to start all over.
You didn't lose it. It just froze.
It just stopped. It just froze.
Right. They should have made it where on your claim day, you have 48 hours to claim. Because that's what I thought you had to claim also. So I didn't hoard any. I just claimed every chance I got.
Lucky you.
But they should have made it where if you went 48 hours without claiming that claim, it got stuck back in the back end of your account or something.
But Blue Chip, you want to hear a sad story? I've got 30,000 drips sitting there that I can't claim.
Yeah. Well, somebody claimed it.
Yeah.
It's not sitting there anymore.
Look, the reality again, when this first came out, and I thought it was a great thing, but this was inevitable. This was going to happen, right?
You called it. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the live stream. You said kitchen sink, it's great, but eventually that money's got to come from somewhere. It doesn't come out of thin air. That's what you said.
Yep. Okay, it's inevitable. But again,
but they said they were burning drip. Okay. It was supposed to help drip, but I don't know if it ever really did.
Well, I mean, as far as I know, they were burning it, but again, at the end of the day, it's got to come from somewhere. There's only so much that you can do, right? It's got to come from somewhere. And
but this just proves one thing: stable swap is number one.
Oh, thank you. I'm a bit biased, but I got to agree.
Yeah, I'm a lot biased. Okay, I've been in this since 2014, folks. Nothing has ever been like this. Nothing. Okay, nothing has ever been like this.
Thank you. We're doing what we can. Guys, just on that again, I got a shout out to the tech team. I did do a post on the Telegram group. The tech team, they've been doing 16-hour days, right? And so this weekend we decided, look, we'll just run it on skeleton staff for the weekend. Everyone else, they can take the weekend off. So expect some delays if there is any technical things that you need to get sorted out. There are delays that will happen this weekend. Okay, absolutely. All right. And even in regards to that, when we are on full staff, please keep in mind, guys, that we will try to resolve your issues as fast as possible. But I'm not going to guarantee you it's going to be done in an hour or even a day. Right? We'll get to it when we get to it, but it will get sorted out and it will be resolved. Okay.
So Danny, I know I'm not a mod in the Telegram, but if I'm in there and somebody needs some help, I can help them out. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone and anyone can.
It doesn't have to be a mod.
No.
Okay.
Man, all you martial art instructors are the same.
Well, no, I just don't want somebody to think that I'm scamming them.
Martial art instructors, what they'll do is they'll get students in, right? And they'll say, "Man, you're really good. You know what? I want you to start teaching." Next thing you know, he's got like 4 or 5 students teaching everybody for free. It's like not having to pay.
It becomes natural, right? It's built into you after that. But look, the community is absolutely amazing. Again, big shout out to the whole community. The community is amazing. There's so many people that are there to help out. But if it's in regards to something that's super technical, needs to be looked at by the tech team, at this point in time, message Caddy. Okay, she's there all the time. I'm looking at adding another person in-house for that. The other mods in there, you got Jim and Fuzzy and Matt and Shannon as well. and Emmett as well. They can help you out with most of the things where, it's just general stuff. Okay. It's probably been questions that have been asked numerous times, and these guys already know the answers for it. Okay. So you can, they're there to help you out. If it's anything really technical, you need to send some details, etc. over. You should send that over to Caddy. You can still send it to me, but whether I'm going to be able to address it straight away or not, because I'm just so busy, I've got so much stuff going on, you are better going through Caddy. And after discussion with my partners in our last meeting, we're also going to be adding another person to help Caddy out.
Wow.
Right, on the Telegram. Okay. So in-house person as well. I know I've got you guys out there, but obviously for us, it's easier to monitor our staff if they are our in-house people.
Somebody's TV is too loud in the background. I don't know who
Mr.
that
Big,
is.
is that yours or is that you, John?
Might be mine. My mother's in the living room. So.
That's okay.
Again, a big shout out to the tech team, actually the whole team. This is not a one-man show. I'm not the only person out there. Well, I'm out here, in the front, but there is just so much that happens in the back end. And so a big shout out to all the team.
Well, speaking of which, you're giving a shout out. I want to give a shout out to you. There's some things that happen in the background with Stable Swap, and Danny will take his time out. I'm just letting folks know. And he may not know I'm getting ready to say this, but Danny will take his time and talk to you personally, one-on-one, if something is bothering him. Okay. That's how much he cares about this company. That's how much he cares about the members in this company. And I know that for firsthand. And
thank you, brother.
That's a shout out to you. And I know I just know he cares. And that tugs on my heart.
Thanks,
Alak-Azul to you, Danny.
When he tells me blue chip, I'm DMing you. I feel like I'm being called into like the principal's office or something.
That's right.
No, I really appreciate that, guys. I really, really appreciate that. Look, I try my best. And, actually, when I'm not on Telegram and I do see notifications come through, but I can't reply straight away, that eats me up inside that I can't reply straight away. But I physically just can't do it, and there's times I message Caddy and I say, look, can you please respond to this? Or can, I ask somebody else to do it, because I know once I'm in there and I start, I may have a spare 5 minutes, but that 5 minutes becomes 30 minutes to an hour or 2 hours if I start getting involved. Right. Well, so, unfortunately, that's just the way it is.
Well, knowing your personality, you're going to, it's hard for you not to get emotional a little bit with every situation. Absolutely. And we've only got so much emotional energy. That's why, you hear that it's important that you pick your battles. You can't get it, but so, yeah, it's good you're delegating that, because even though you're not physically digging a ditch or hammering nails, I go through it all the time. I'm just sitting at a desk all day, but by the time I get home, I'm like, I feel like I've been out cutting grass or something.
Mentally exhausted.
Danny, health is number one, okay? Don't forget your health. That's number one.
There's times that I look at things that, I got to admit, there's a couple of times my replies have been not necessarily professional on a couple of occasions. But that's just the buildup of things, right? I've got 1,000,001 things happening all at the same time, and then I get this repeat thing that's just come up. And sometimes my reply, it's in text, right? My reply could possibly be misinterpreted. But I'm human. Okay, that's the thing. I'm human. It's the same thing with the tech team. And actually, one of my partners said to me the other day, he goes, bro, I think you should take a break away from the actual tech side in regards to overseeing things that are going on in the tech support in the back end, right? Because there's times when I see things going on there, and then I just come in and everyone has to listen to what I say, right? But a lot of them don't know how to take that, because sometimes I'll just be really quiet and then I just burst out, and a couple of my partners said, step away from that, let everybody else do it, right? Because
Dude, when I first got out in the Marine Corps, first job I got, I was like a supervisor.
Yeah.
I swear, I thought I was talking to this girl normal.
Yeah.
I thought I was just being normal. All of a sudden, she gets up and goes to the bathroom, and I'm like, "What happened?" They're like, "You have to be nice to her." I was like, "I was," So
yeah. So I apologize in advance, guys, for those times that I may come across short when I do reply. But sometimes it's not that way either. It's just that I only have that limited time because I'm multitasking, right? So I will reply in a way that's not my normal, usual, friendly way, but that's all I can provide at that time, right? So please.
Well, sometimes through text, you can't get somebody's inflection. You just can't get it. You can't, and people take it the wrong way sometimes. And that's just the way it is.
Absolutely. Even with my in-house guys, sometimes I'm not on the phone. Sometimes I don't get on the phone to them. Sometimes I just do it in a text, and they go, "Oh shit!" They kind of think their job's on the line, right?
That's
and
right.
90%, 95% of the time, it's not that. But there's only so much I can do with the time that I have. So just letting people know. Dave, yes, that would be awesome, and I'll buy you one back. I'm actually going to be in Australia end of the year for a little while. It's my parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
Congratulations.
So definitely have to go back and do that, and we'll be taking the family over there for a while, and I want to show them some places. We're going to go for a bit of a drive.
Are you ever going to take some Alak-Azul into Australia?
Yeah. I will.
How you going to get past customs?
I've got this person. Well, the thing is, customs, it's okay because I only have to deal with one thing. The law, state to state, is not like in the US where state to state is very different, right? Okay. So I'm going to be able to do that, well, hopefully. And by that time, the first bottle should be going out around the world anyway. Before then.
Oh, nice.
I've got a friend in Australia that says, "Bro, I've got $200,000 that I'm going to put in to this thing, right? But you have to bring me Alak-Azul first."
There you go.
I'm like, dude. See Danny on border security on TV getting Alak-Azul in.
Well, if you were trying to get some Alak-Azul off of an airplane in the United States, they would pad you down. What is this blue stuff? What is this blue stuff you're trying to smuggle into here?
Hey, one other question on this internal transfer is a minimum $25.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And there is a 0.5 fee. So, right. if you want the person on the other end to get at least clear 25, send like 25.1 or 25.15 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yep, that's right. So 0.5.
And all you have to do is put in the username, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. Username. If for some reason the username thing doesn't work, get the email. Right? Most of the time it goes through, but if there is an issue, sometimes, like I think we had an issue with Matt when I was trying to send it to Matt. I put in his username, it wouldn't work, but then I actually put in his email and it worked. That could just be spaces or something like that. I didn't check, but should it be all good? Or was that for gift liquidity? Can't remember. But anyway, yeah, Jerry's back with us as well. All right, Jerry's back. I'm going to do another live draw right now. We're going to do another thing. So prepare, guys, because we've been talking about it. This has to come into play. And because I'm not having any today, let's do this one. All right, Alak-Azul. You got to find that hyphen on your phone again if you're using your phone.
That's right.
Let's do this one. Right. I'm getting feedback. Is that you, Jerry? Oh, it's okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's okay now. So yeah, hashtag Alak-Azul, guys. This is another one. Another 50 USDT to that'll go through, and then we'll do another 50 before the end of the stream. We've already been going for over an hour, so we still got like 64 people watching. I don't think it's dropped below 60 since we've been live. So,
well, now my cell phone has now learned from my history of what Alak-Azul is. I didn't even have to put in the hyphen; it just remembered what I typed in.
Sweet.
That's pretty good.
Eventually, that'll be on everybody's cell phone across the world.
There you go.
Hey, Danny, do you have to do capital A's?
Nah, it's
Okay.
I don't think it's case sensitive. It should be, but do it anyway, just in case.
Oh. Well, I did the other way.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It'll register. It'll register. We got 49, 50 entries right now.
Jerry entered twice. He thinks he's going to have double the chance.
No, that's what I love about using StreamYard as well. You have these little features like this. It's awesome. Right? I switched to Streamlabs a while ago, and then they have a thing like StreamYard, which is Talk Studio. It's great as well, but it just doesn't have the same features as this, you know.
No, I didn't enter twice.
No, it's there. It's there twice.
My computer automatically does it twice.
Well, there you go. Ernest Johnson did twice. Jerry did twice.
Oh, where are we?
Hey, Danny, do you keep track when you do these special liquidity and how much actually comes in on that one, like the last one? Do you have track of just exactly what came in on that 5% or 4.5?
Yeah, we do. Obviously, we have that data in the back end. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Why am I seeing this through now? Okay, well, I'll put this up here. When vampires bite, man, I've got to revisit that and think whether I'm going to launch that as well as the Alak-Azul. But vampires bite is great, absolutely, it's great. But you do get dehydrated and you do get hangovers from it. So, but it hits you like a sledgehammer.
Well, you need to get a couple of Alak-Azuls in, and then you can go to the vampire bite.
Maybe. Vampires Bite was good. A lot of people like that. I just did that locally here. And actually, there was a time when I had part of the house as my dojo. I was teaching martial arts in the dojo. This was a few years back, right? And I had it connected to my house. And, we'd only be training there for a few days a week. And a lot of times it was empty. So what I would do on Fridays and Saturdays, I'd actually lift up all the mats, move them all to the back. We'd put tables and chairs out, and I would have like a neighborhood pub. Right? Yeah. Okay. So we had all the neighbors turning up there, and then I was selling Vampires Bite and stuff like that. I had a couple of people inside cooking up what we call pulutan here. So anything that you eat while you're drinking is considered pulutan, right? And I just had my special ones my own special recipes and things like that, and it went great. It was awesome, right? But then it was just taking up too much time. I thought, no, bugger it, let's not do this. But I was selling Vampires Bite, and then people would come in and have Vampires Bite, and then they'd call me up. Oh, do you have any for takeout? Right? Or I've got this party. Can I come and get a few bottles of that off you? So it was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. But people would say, "Oh, I love it," but man, my headache the next day.
Hey, Danny, I want to ask you, with that Taiwan earthquake, they said there was going to be some tsunamis? Did you guys get any waves?
Not 100% sure, brother. Look, to be totally honest with you, I don't watch local news.
Okay.
I do not watch local news, and I'm very rarely on Facebook, and Facebook is usually where I get my info from anyway, right? Just my news. Yeah. It just comes up on my feed. But in regards to I get people messaging me, "Oh, are you okay with the earthquakes and all of that?" Where I am, we're well off the fault line. We are we rarely feel any of that.
No, I'm just saying how far away from Taiwan is the Philippines? I forgot.
If you're looking at the further stretch of the Philippines, actually, I saw someone post about that the other day. It's not very far, man. It's literally a hop, skip, and jump. and you're there.
That's what I'm saying. That was a big earthquake, and they said there could be some tsunamis. I just wondered if you guys would get any waves.
They probably. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
It's one of those things I'm not really up to date. I probably should be, but knowing that where we are, we're pretty safe. So it's like, it's not a priority thing. Even when we get the big typhoons that come in over here, the typhoons usually come in from one side, the east, I think. Usually they come through from the east. And what we have the Sierra Madre mountain range that runs all along the side there. And we're on the other side of it. So usually by the time those typhoons come in and hit us here, it's a lot weaker than what it was when it first made landfall, right? Because we got the whole mountain range that it hits first. So we're pretty safe. And we're where I am, we're pretty high up. So we're high up. Yeah.
155 miles from the closest point of Taiwan to the closest point.
That's not very far.
Yeah, that's not very far at all.
No, it's not. It's not.
I'm surprised you didn't feel the earthquake then, because it was a big one.
Yeah. Again, we rarely do. I got people messaging me, "Oh, are you okay with the earthquake?" I'm like, "What earthquake?" I didn't feel it.
Well, so you're in the Philippines to where the earthquake happened. It's about 750 miles.
Yeah, that's still pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of the things that we did experience was recently, it'd still be 5 years ago, at least, I think, 4 or 5 years. One of the volcanoes erupted here in Taal volcano. Taal volcano is the smallest volcano in the middle of a lake on top of a volcano, right? And it erupts from time to time. And I remember being here, and it was like you could just smell the sulfur. And I'm probably 80 kilometers away.
Wow.
So we didn't feel anything. We didn't hear anything. But standing outside, I was actually in my workshop at the time, and I can smell it. It's like sulfur or someone letting off fireworks or something.
Yeah.
And then it just started raining ash.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had like some bikes and stuff outside, and I've gone, what is this? I walked down, it's like sand. You can feel the sand coming out from the sky. We're like 80 kilometers away. And then the
That's
next
crazy.
day, the streets were just black, absolutely black. And the thing is, you got to clean all that stuff off because it's corrosive.
Sure.
So here's one for you.
Yep.
Trivia question. How many active volcanoes are there in the Philippines?
I have absolutely no idea.
I said 8.
Anybody else got it yet?
No, I have an idea.
27.
That's a lot.
I thought 8 was a lot.
And some crazy people build their houses at the bottom of those volcanoes.
That's all part of the Ring of Fire, right?
Yep.
How long you been in the Philippines, Danny?
On and off for about 20 years now.
Have you ever seen the ghost, the white lady ghost?
You know what? This is one of these things for bigwigs, conspiracy theories. I could say yes, I have. Right? I could say yes, I have. Some people would believe me, and some people wouldn't. Right? But I think that there's certain people out there that actually see things. There's people that feel things. I tend to have both. All right.
So is that your abominable snowman or your Bigfoot?
In Australia, is a Yeti, right? Over here, they've got crazy things like what they call aswangs. That there's just so many legends and myths. I don't know. But in regards to seeing things, I see things. Okay, and people may say I'm crazy, so I'm not going to go into that any further. But if you say a white lady is more than a white lady. I can pretty much say that. But that's
what are we talking about? What's this white lady?
Well, my funny story with the Philippines is we did like a practice mission, but it was supposed to be covert. So we came off a boat, crawled across this freaking beach into a jungle. Nobody's supposed to know we there. We finally get in a position. We're being quiet. It's all dark. And I hear this Filipino kid. He's like, "Hey, Marine, you want beer?" They knew we were coming, man. They had fried chicken and beer. And, later, we're like, on guard duty at night. And the next day, this guy's like, "Hey, man, did you see the white lady ghost?" And he started telling us the story. And we remember this lady in a white dress walking around, but we just thought she was one of the regular people. So the next night, we were all scared that she was going to come back or something.
Let's do this draw.
That's pretty cool.
75 entries. Wow, look at that. So let's do this draw. This is going to be for another 50. Alak-Azul to everyone out there.
Drum roll. Where's my sound effects?
I guess she's like a lady that died on her wedding night or something, and she's walking around.
Oh, man. You got to be kidding me.
That's not the first time.
Hey, all right. So here's what's going to happen.
Is that you, Jim?
It is, but
Yeah,
whatever he sends me, I'm going to give it out to 2 of my team members.
All right.
There you go. Man, congrats, Jim. And thank you for doing that. You got a heart of gold, brother. You got a heart of gold. I love it. So here, Canigosho, in the Philippines, around 53 active volcanoes, entire Philippines, according to Mr. Google. So there you go.
Wow.
Wikipedia must be outdated then, because that's what I looked at.
Now, when you say 53 active, does that mean they're actually lava coming out?
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
They use sensors and things like that.
Yeah. So there you go. Congrats again, Jim. I'll do that offline. That's fine. And we'll do that one offline. So I'll stop sharing that screen for a second.
Do you need my username? You have it already, I think.
I have yours. Yours.
That's fine.
So I'll just put that here. Yeah. There's another 50 USD too.
I will pay it forward. That's all I can tell you.
Folks out there that are listening, this is not fixed. Okay, it's not fixed. Okay.
It's not.
No,
it's definitely not. If you got a problem with that, take it up with StreamYard, right? I don't control any of that. So
this thing is rigged. Matt.
We got some great viewers, man. We got 72 people watching right now.
And that's amazing.
Jim, did somebody say it was rigged?
Yeah, Matt, the other super mod, said this thing is rigged.
Hey, Matt, you won before as well, right?
That's right.
Yeah, he says off the wall stuff a lot, though.
I think you guys should enforce a rule that no super mods can enter these contests.
Oh.
Everything,
No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but if I'm paying it forward, that means that's taking money out of 2 of my team members.
Exactly. I think it's good that we're all in it.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, I retract that statement.
Hey, I think I saw a message somewhere here from Lil Crypto NZ, and a shout out to you, Lily. Lily's going to be here this Wednesday. He's coming over, man. Zealand, is it?
Oh, that's right. You guys are going to have a little powwow in there, huh?
Yeah. So she's going to be here for a few days. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to seeing her. I don't know if she's still in the chat there, but I think I noticed her there earlier. Again, guys, I'm sorry I can't keep up with the chats today. Just too much going on. We're having such an awesome conversation here, right?
What's New Zealand? Is that like a 4-hour flight or 6-hour flight from you guys?
Depending on where you are, from Sydney or Brisbane, it's like about 3 hours, depending on where you're going to go there as well. But I love New Zealand. I spent a lot of time in the South Island.
Maybe when I come, maybe either going or leaving, I should stop there, check it out, man. That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, which way are you flying, by the way, if you do? You don't know yet.
I probably would leave. Usually they go up to the top of the globe. I don't know. Or they'll go towards the bottom, and so because it's a smaller trip. Yeah,
there's times like I know when I used to travel as well. Sometimes you'd go north, but a lot of times you go east from you're taking off from Sydney or Brisbane. You go east across New Zealand and then straight across the ocean there until you land at Lax. right?
Hey, Danny, I want to ask you too. Do the toilets in the Philippines go the opposite way like they do in Australia?
Depends which way you're looking at it, right?
Oh, okay.
But hey, that's a reality. I watched a thing a while back. There's the place where you've got the actual equator, and it runs through a particular city, and so you've got on one side of it, water goes down one way, and on the other side, it goes down the other way. That's a real thing. I watched that.
Absolutely.
It is.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, I watched that. They did it, and I was like, "There's the line," and they went on this side, did it there, and went on the other side, and it went the other way. Yeah, no,
And
that's
then for all the flat Earth people, if the Earth was flat, Danny would fall off.
Yeah, the flat earthers. Lil's here. Lil, I don't know if you can see. I can see you here, but your devices are not connected. When you connect it, try to log out and log back in. But Lil's going to join us on the stream, I think. She's gone. She'll be back.
Hey, John, what happened to your buddy?
Which one?
That guy, the Muhammad guy that was on earlier.
Oh, Hamid.
Yeah.
Well, he said he had some other stuff to do. I sent him the link for the YouTube thing, so he may be watching it through YouTube. I don't know, but I messaged him on Messenger, so he's not in the project yet. So we lost big on another project that and he lost he was like out like $250,000. So he's sworn off of all crypto, and he's just right now all he's doing is trading on his own. He wanted me to see if I could talk Danny into letting him trade for him. And I said, well, I think this is kind of more focused on stable swap. But
yeah,
but Hamid is good people. He's good people. He just got burned really bad on that other project.
no worries.
Hey, Liz. How you
Hey, Lil.
doing?
What's up, Luke?
G'day, Lil.
Hey,
Kia ora, everyone.
Hey,
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Do you say "g'day, mate" to a girl, or is it?
Oh,
It's Australian.
yeah, that's the Australian
Oh,
thing.
you don't say that in New Zealand. Oh, okay.
No.
We say, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Okay.
Actually, I'll tell you a funny story about New Zealand. When I was over there many years ago now, but we were in Queenstown. Went to Queenstown, Lake Monica, I think. Is that right? Well, the main lake in
Yes.
Queenstown, Lake Monica. And then we went on this little cruise that took us to the other side, and there's like a farm, and you can go and like you do this tour. And so we went on this tour, and while we're doing it, the tour guide is like asking people questions, where you're from and stuff like that. And me obviously looking the way I am, thinking that they're thinking that I'm this tourist from probably Southeast Asia or something, right? And he goes, "Oh, you, sir, where are you from?" "Darwin, Australia, mate." And everyone's like, "What?" "Yeah, Darwin, Australia, mate." Oh, caught them all by surprise, you know. They're expecting me to say, "Oh, wherever I'm from." But yeah. But I love New Zealand. I had a great time in New Zealand. I've done Skipper's Canyon, the bungee in Skipper's Canyon before that shut down. I was one of the first people to bungee jump out of the hot air balloon on top of Mount Ben Lomond as well, many years ago.
You beat me.
Yeah. So, well, the Skipper's Canyon is 102 meters, right? It's a 102 meter bungee over the canyon, and being in a canyon, it's actually worse than like skydiving. I've skydived quite a few times, but because you're in a canyon, you just get that wind. It's like it's crazy, and you can see the ground coming up to you, you know, or the wind coming up to you. Unlike skydiving, you got time to think about it, right? Whereas when you're doing bungee, 102 meters, and then the one out of the hot air balloon was 250 meters. So it's crazy.
Danny, you ever thought about putting on that wingsuit and doing the?
We have done that in Switzerland.
Oh, you've done that?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm a pretty crazy guy, man. I've done some really extreme stuff. But in saying that, that's many, many years ago. Now, at my age, I don't want to admit that I have a fear of heights because I've done some
Do you
crazy
feel like you're actually flying when you're wearing that suit?
Absolutely, you are flying.
Oh,
Gliding.
Yeah, you are. You're doing it. But now at my age, sometimes I see things like on videos and stuff where people are at heights, and I'll tell you, I start to shake in my knees. It's just I get this feeling like, oh man, this is not right. Whereas back then, dude, you could. I've done wing walking where you're standing on top of a aerobatic plane, right? Like the little biplanes, like the Red Barons and stuff. I've been on top of one of those, strapped in on top of those while it does aerobatic. So I've done like crazy stuff. That was pretty crazy. That's the one where like they just do this vertical climb, and as it climbs, they stall the engine. So you can see this propeller, and all of a sudden the propeller stops, and it starts falling out of the sky. So you're attached to a plane that's falling out of the sky, and then it goes down, and then they kickstart that engine again, and then it goes back.
So you're on like a biplane then, right?
On a
biplane. A biplane.
Yep.
Wow.
Stand on top of the biplane, you're strapped in, you're told not to eat like or anything like that because man, you feel those G-forces. And if you got a full belly, I'd hate to see what comes out of you.
Hey, Lil, I always want to ask somebody from New Zealand, is there kiwi birds all around?
Well, as it happens, the kiwi is a flightless bird and it's nocturnal. So, no, you never really get to see them.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yes. So no, they're not all around. You've got to go to special places to see them.
Actually, Lil, that's what something. When I was back there,
Yes.
it was at when I was in New Zealand last time. Again, it's more than 20 years ago now. But New Zealand is known for its sheep. Yeah. But back then,
Yes.
deer were starting to outnumber the sheep. Is that the case now? There's more deer than sheep in New Zealand? It was borderline when I was there, and that's over 20 years ago, so I'm assuming.
There is a lot of deer. Yes, there's a lot of deer. In actual fact, we've got different organisations now involved in the culling and going to the various outback forests, you might say, to try and keep it under control. Hunting is huge here. People love hunting. People from all over the world come here to hunt. There's a lot of deer.
Yeah. But beautiful, beautiful country. If you guys have never been there, please put that on your bucket list to go and visit New Zealand. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. And the air is so clean.
And you can come and stay with me. You can all come and stay with me. We have an old historical inn here, so you're welcome to stay here. And also, Danny, just to let you know, because unfortunately I can't stay on too long today, but I just wanted to say hello to all of you wonderful long-term stable swappers who support the cause. I will be there on Wednesday. Don't worry about nothing, Danny. I'm just going to cruise and I'm just going to chin up to the officers. What I want, you don't have to be there. I just want to meet your team. But then we'll hook up once I'm there and settled.
For sure.
But also, any other of you that are going along at all, I really advise it. It'd be great because a lot of people here already know I'm going. They're wanting me to go to do the due diligence, okay? And it's normal for anyone. We do our due diligence. Make sure it's not a shack somewhere on the island of Alak-Azul.
Shack.
Because when I come back, then a lot of people want to learn about it. We've also, as a group, there's a group of us. I don't know if you know about the All Blacks rugby team, but that is one of the biggest rugby teams in the world. And we are going to the All Blacks rugby in next year. So we have created our own stable swap rugby account.
Oh, wow.
And
awesome.
So it's a little savings account for our rugby. So it's little things like that we're doing.
Great idea.
Great idea. I just wanted to say hi, guys. I will be there next week. We'll do lives with Danny. Danny, here's a couple of the team to say hello.
G'day.
G'day, mate.
Go.
Sorry, carry on.
No, go.
I was just gonna say, blue chip. It's a shame you couldn't get your visa or your passport sooner, because it would have been great to have you there as well. But
Yeah,
that's
I would
okay.
have
We'll
loved to have
meet
been
another
there.
time.
Definitely.
There you go. I'm going to be in the office this week, Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday, I've got
Great.
quite a few meetings, but I'll be around the area anyway. So I don't know what time you're arriving or whatever, but
Yeah, don't worry about all that. I will hook up. I'll be in there, and I'll just meet your people as well.
Yeah.
You know, so
If in regards to going to the office, just coordinate with Patrick. You'll see Patrick on the chats. Coordinate with Patrick
Yes.
so he knows that you're coming and stuff like that. All right. So, they'll accommodate you there for sure. But I'll definitely.
Is Lil going to get some Alak-Azul to take home?
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if she's going to get it to take home, right? That may be an issue at the airport. But
why do you think I'm going?
we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. All right.
But have a wonderful session, guys. We'll be here in the background, okay? But
Okay.
nice to see you all, and
Thanks.
catch
Thanks
up
for jumping on.
soon. Take
Okay.
care.
Lil, thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
So you do have a question at 11 p.m. about
Yeah.
the roadmap and a token.
Okay, let me go back and have a look at this. Let me see. Okay, stable swap roadmap. I can see that you guys plan to launch your own token. Why is there a need for your own token? Okay, there's not a need for it at all. Absolutely not a need for it at all. We're just looking at different ways to diversify and give people other opportunities. I can't go into all the specifics of the token or the tokenomics at this point in time. It's just something that's within the plans. But again, in regards to the roadmap, things have taken a little bit, or it's a little bit delayed in regards to our timing for the roadmap, but the roadmap is still there. As I mentioned on the last stream, the focus has been in regards to the structure and the global expansion. This stable swap has grown faster than what we expected.
I told you. Did I not warn you?
Yeah, it's nuts. So, obviously we are a real business, so we have to adapt to those things as well.
Yeah. And
so the things on the roadmap, there's going to be some delays with that, but it's still going to be happening. So there's, but again, when you grow so fast and you start to get so much more attention, you've got to make sure that your actual structure is correct. And that's where our focus has been. Rather than focusing on just adding, you need to build your support base first and your foundation and solidify your foundation before you start adding more to it. So that's where our focus is at this point, actually there is another. So that answers that one. There's no real need for us to have it. It's just something else we're going to be adding. Yeah. Chip.
I had one of my team members ask on the second quarter of 2024, it says public sale. And he's like, are they going to sell the company? I said, no.
No, I think just the way that was written was a little bit, because there's an MGE as well that's focused there. Public sale would be relative to that token if and when we release it.
Okay. You know what? I said it might be this. I even said it may be, but I didn't know for sure.
What would be the use of a token? I mean, what was the use case for it?
Well, again, I can't go into all the tokenomics of it. Okay, but I would say that it would be another token which would be reflective, based on all activity on the actual platform itself and all the other things that we're adding to it. So there'd be a percentage of this, percentage of that, percentage of this, and it's going back to buy tokens, which obviously you're buying tokens and it's increasing the value. So it would be reflective. Okay. Again, I can't go into all the specifics of that because people will hold that as gospel. So I'm not going to do that at this point. Just know that there's something that is within the roadmap and something that we're looking at. And it's not like this is going to replace the system that we have.
Right.
It's an addition to. Okay. So, but not to say that, there could be some stage in the future where we decide, okay, to make it easier for people, maybe we look at, a portion of or a part of the existing structure that we have could lean more towards DeFi, right? As opposed to just pure CeFi, which you'll still, you'd have the history and the foundation and, already there. So, we'll see what happens in the future. But I'm not to say that that couldn't possibly happen, right? We have to adapt.
Yeah.
And we're learning as we go, not in regards to learning code, but we're learning in regards to how to adapt to what this is becoming. Okay.
And we'll worry about the year 5 when we're at like $50 million.
And you know what? $50 million, and it seems a lot of money, but really, I know that there's certain marketing things that I could do right now that could bring $50 million in within the next couple of weeks. But I don't want that at this point in time. It's about organic growth. I mean, again, we're still learning and fine tuning things. Imagine if $50 million came in next week, what kind of chaos we would have if it was like in a week. Yeah. That's why I'm happy just having it growing organically rather than going, boom, here's 50 million. All right.
That's right.
Again, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be sustainable. It's just the logistics of it all.
And Blue Chip is probably the sponsor of about 25 million. So then Blue Chip is a millionaire overnight.
Well, tonight I'm winning the Powerball, so I'll have about 400.
Dang! Oh, you need my username.
I got to do a quick shout out to the people on the DeFi Rocket Science group, which is owned and headed up by Kelly Snook. Shout out again to Kelly. There's been some questions that have been raised in there, and I have responded to a couple of them. I just haven't had time to go into the long reply to the questions that have been asked there. Guys, just so you know, again, I'm not very active in other groups because I just don't have time to do it. Okay. Right. And I know when I start to comment in another group, I'm going to be stuck there because there's obviously all the other questions that have come through. So, mostly I just try to redirect people to our main Telegram group, Stable Swap Telegram group, which it can be addressed in there because it's difficult. I mean, I've got so many things that people have added me to, and I can't keep up. I really can't. Even with the Crypto Collective, all right, Blue Chip Crypto Collective, I struggle to keep up with that as well. I
try to pop in there, and a lot of the folks, they're excited about other projects. Like I'm excited about Stable Swap, but I don't try to like force it on people. I put some videos in there and say what's up. I'd like to get Nelly and Crypto Tiger in here. I miss Crypto Tiger, man. I don't know where
he's disappeared, man. I don't know. I haven't seen him, and Xandergy as well.
I want to use his disclaimer for scammers and WhatsAppers until he comes back. Have you guys heard it before?
You suck.
Yeah.
You WhatsApper, you suck.
Yeah. I love it, man. Yeah, I miss those guys too. But again, I just can't keep up with everything. There's only so much time to go around. So I that's why I avoid things like that, like CWC, Stunner Breezy's thing. If I start to get in on that, oh my God, it'll never stop. And because me as a co-founder and dev of the project here, if I start getting into that and I start answering all these questions, it kind of sounds like I'm shilling them. Right. Not intentional, but it'll sound like, because I'm trying to, correct people's thinking. Obviously it's my project, so I want them to have the right, the right knowledge about it. So it'll sound like I'm chilling, and that's not me, right? I'm not. I don't chill. I don't need to. This thing works on its own. Okay. So my apologies to people out there that may have asked me questions on these other chats that I haven't been able to address. I apologize for that. If you need those things to be addressed like straight away, come into these live streams and ask me. Okay, so I will raise that one that was asked the other day. Let me just bring it up. Yeah, see if I can see it. It was basically along the lines of, and you guys can probably have answers for this as well. It was along the lines of, okay, more liquidity coming in doesn't necessarily mean more revenue being generated. Okay. Do you have enough overhead to cover like all this new money that's coming in. And, again, my short answer to that is, look, it's a huge industry. You can never really meet the demand. Yeah. So there's always that overhead. And like Jim and the other guys in the Telegram, you guys have explained this as well. Like, this is not just, okay, this is this money and it's going to be turned over once to be able to pay that person out. This is done multiple times. We're nearing 3 million, but that is just like scraping the tip of the iceberg. There is just so much more demand than 3 million.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So, again, without going into too much detail on it, because we are running at 1 hour, 47 minutes now, and Jim's already yawning. So
can't help it.
But yeah, basically, is there enough overhead, and do you think it's still going to be sustainable? Absolutely. We're still small time compared to, where this thing is going. So, I guess it's not a long answer. It's a short answer as well, but, the sustainability factor is there.
I remember that question in the TG. I remember I caught a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
It actually asked it like, what if there's not enough revenue on the OTC to pay the liquidity or something like that?
Yeah. Well, that would mean the only way that would happen is that it means the supply is bigger than the demand.
Right.
At this point, how big the demand is, and it's not just our OTC. There's multiples out there that Top One Tech is providing liquidity for, as well as other projects that we're doing. All the other things that are coming to it. So, yeah, it's definitely sustainable in that regard. There's never any issue in regards to paying people out. Okay. As we've mentioned before, look, worst case scenario, and people say, but what if it gets shut down? It's like, well, why would it get shut down? Let's say the government tells you to shut it down. Okay. The government tells us to shut it down. What's the worst they can do? Cease and desist. Okay. Cease and desist. And that takes time to do. So if it is cease and desist, okay, we already have reserves there that we can just pay everybody out. What would be the worst case scenario? You get paid out even if the end of the term hasn't, if you haven't reached the end of the term, we're obligated to give you that. Right? So lucky you. Wow, if it causes us to stop on 200 days instead of 300 days, you're going to get paid out the 300 days anyway.
That's awesome.
On that note right there, this is just my own way of thinking, or what I would want or don't want, is you're not, the OTC is not licensed in the United States. Personally, I don't want them to be licensed in the United States, because here, the United States, you start getting all these eyes swinging toward one thing, where people are making money and they're not getting the amount from that. Anyway, you know how any of you guys ever heard of Zeeks from about 10, 12 years ago?
Zeeks sounds familiar.
They were out of North Carolina, Jim. It was like a penny auction deal. It was a super Ponzi scheme, but it was working. Yeah. People were getting paid. Nobody was not getting paid, but they failed to be compliant with anybody. And the SEC, they shut them down,
Yeah.
But you guys are regulated and compliant, so that's not even a possibility. It's just that the United States, they seem to be more aggressive about looking at something and trying to scrutinize it and find ways to get it.
To your point, even somebody like Coinbase, you got 50 states and then territories. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think New York doesn't allow you to purchase USDT directly in New York.
Really?
So,
New York?
Yep.
Geez, you would think they'd be more liberal than
any other state. And that's a major player. That's Coinbase. So
crazy. All right, can I just quickly, I'm going to touch on this one first. I'm going to respond to this one. In percentage, how many percent are we close to the next bullet in the roadmap? Well, the next bullet in the roadmap, without me even looking at it, the next bullet in the roadmap is OTC in India.
Yes, sir.
And I covered this in the last thing as well, right? If you guys have been keeping up to date with things going on in India, there's lots of issues in regards to government and regulation, etc., in India. They recently like stopped access to certain things over there, where you can't access things like Kraken, etc. Okay, so obviously with that happening, that's kind of put us on. We've had to slow things down a little bit on that side of it. All the code is there, but it's about regulation as well, regulations, licensing, etc. So there's a few more loopholes that we have to, or a few more rabbit holes that we have to go down to actually make that happen. So, on our side of things, it's already sorted out. It's about the regulation thing. So, that's what we're here for. We don't want to just go in there and try to do it illegally. We can't do that. It's, we're not going to do that. So, yeah, that's that side of it, just so you know. The other things there, like P2P marketplace, all of that, that's in the wind now. It's happening. I can't give you a percentage. It's very difficult to say what percentage, because anything can happen. But the fact is that these things will come. I'm not going to set dates on it. I just won't. Okay, I don't want to put dates on it, because people then hold that to gospel, and anything can happen. So there you go. I hope that answers your question a little bit there. There you go. All right, let's do our last draw. Let's do our last draw, because we're already 1 hour and 52 minutes, but we're still like 60 plus people watching, man. This is nuts. It's crazy. All right, so this will be for another 50. Share my screen. You know what? Actually, stay excited. We'll do this one as 100, but you'll have to wait again till after the stream. I'll do the 100 USDT. I'll just have to fund some more. Hang on. Yeah, this won't be 100. I'll do it offline. So whoever wins this, let me know, and we'll do it, because I have to fund that account a little bit more to do another 100. Right. There you are. Get excited, people.
There you go.
Stay excited. All these entries coming in. Awesome. We got 70 on that last one. 70 plus. That's awesome, man. 75, didn't we?
Wow, I just forgot to hit the like button. Hit the like button, people.
Yeah, please, guys, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Please subscribe. Quite good though. I looked at statistics in regards to like how many viewers and how many of them are subscribers, and I think I'm at 73% subscribers, which is pretty good to the number of viewers. So back then it was like so many more viewers to subscribers. But yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for the support, and continued support, and always tuning in. And I noticed even before we go live, how many people are sitting there waiting for the streams. It's like awesome. Yeah, absolutely awesome. So there you go. Any other questions you guys want to address, or want me to address?
Merch. Where's the merch?
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Soon, guys, soon. Again, I've just got so much stuff going on, and yes, I can get people to do it. But I still got to oversee it, right?
Should I go out and try to get my own made?
If you want to, you're more than welcome to. More than welcome to do so. But official merch will be coming from ours. I'm trying to factor it in, because obviously we're doing things. I've got lots of stuff going on in the background. Okay, for Stable Swap as well as my own stuff. I'm also, just to give you, I've registered Alaktrician-Man.com, right? So that's my own personal branding, but merch will be on there for Stable Swap. It'll also be there for my Alak-Azul stuff, and also for Alaktrician Man. And I'm looking at, just to create some interest out there, I don't know if you guys are interested in it, but I'll be doing some Alak-Azul Show and also Alaktrician Man NFTs soon, right? So if you guys are interested in getting NFTs, that'll be there, and also the merch will be there soon too. So I've got all this stuff going on, man. I'm just, again, spreading myself too thin at the moment. I just can't do everything all at the same time. But it will come. I promise you, it will come. So there you go. 61 entries for now. But yeah, the NFTs, something to consider, and there'll be limited runs. as well, limited runs. Again, that goes to show, I guess, Alak-Azul and Alaktrician Man, the brand, is not going anywhere. And in saying that, it means that stable swaps don't go anywhere either, because it's connected. So there you go. So does that answer your merch thing? Yeah, it goes. Go, Chip.
If a person is putting out YouTube videos, he's not getting paid by YouTube, but people are signing up as affiliates through Stable Swap, which he's earning, income off of that. Can he legitimately say he's a professional influencer on YouTube?
Why not? Influencer. I've been labeled influencer as well, and you know what? I'm not really comfortable with that. I'm cool with YouTuber, but as to say an influencer, man, that could be a bad thing.
That's like you're getting paid to influence for whoever or whatever.
Yeah,
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, what's your opinion on that, Jim? The influencer, where?
I am not an influencer. All I do, I don't edit my videos. I just hit press play. I talk. I tell you what I know. Tell you what I do. And if you want to join the journey, great. If you don't, great. I am not an influencer.
At least you're not like Tommy Vu, where he sits there with all those beautiful girls from Asia in front of his Rolls Royce and goes, well, you could have this life like me.
Yeah.
Dang.
I would look like an absolute fool if I did something like that.
We got Papa Crypto in the house joining us. Hey, brother. Great to see you there. Great to see you. Have you got your audio sorted out this time? I know you had problems on Telegram.
Can't hear him.
Can't hear you. Anyway.
Wow.
All right. So we got 66 entries, 67 entries, 70 viewers. All right, I'm going to give you one more minute and we're going to do this draw. This will be for 100. Just note that down here. Again, guys, I will do these offline later on. So I'm not having to go through and do my verifications.
Make sure you tell your friends he's here every Saturday night. How many other people give $200 or $300 away every Saturday night?
Exactly.
Tell your friends.
Oh, that's probably why we got these viewers.
That's right.
It's not just because we're all so good looking, right? Oh, there you go. All right, we got 67 entries. I'm gonna do this draw right now. Here we go.
All right.
Fuck everybody. Bono. Hey, congrats. This is the first time you've won on this, I think. Congratulations. I see you, man. I see you like when over on Crypto Unlimited 22. A shout out to them as well, man. Johnny Fawcett, shout out to you. Diva, shout out to you. So Bornock, I see you over there, and I, from time to time when I go over there, and also with Brandon streams. So again, welcome here. Congratulations. Send me a DM on Telegram. If you're not already in the Telegram group, please go into there, and then you'll get me from there as well. And I'll send that over to you. That's 100 USDT, and I'll do that as soon as we finish the stream here, because I've got to fund it a little bit more. And there you go. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, Bornock.
Nice.
Very cool.
Okay. Hit me with a DM. I know there's people that have messaged me over on Telegram, but I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. There's just so much going on here. Let me stop sharing the screen. There you go. So is there anything else, guys, that you want me to talk about before we go? We've been going exactly 2 hours now. Anyone out there in the stream, if you have any other questions, I'm sorry I haven't reached all of them. Is there any questions you guys saw that may need like?
Well, I keep seeing little when is the next promo? Can you give us a hint and all this stuff?
Okay.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that, because what will happen is if anybody had a clue as to when Danny does these surprise promos, then the liquidity would all be held back and wait for that day.
Yeah,
and we
and
don't.
That's a reality.
Yeah, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's the reality, especially for people within the community, right? There's people that are in Stable Swap that are actually not in the Telegram group, so they're not updated on these things, right?
Right.
And I see that because I look at it and go, who in their right mind would have put that amount in like a few minutes before a promo or an hour or so before a new promo? Obviously, they don't know about it.
Right.
Okay. So, there's still people putting in, but yeah, if I was saying this to somebody yesterday I was in a chat with. I don't want this thing to become so predictable that people are always expecting it to happen.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's so many global events, and we can't do one for every single one. All right. That would take the exciting out of the boring, right? It would just be
well,
happen.
And the opposite thing is what you want to happen, and that is you want people to stay engaged. You want people
Absolutely.
to stay focused on what they're doing in Stable Swap on a daily basis.
Jim, I'm actually looking at going back to the thing that you suggested in the beginning.
About an hour promo.
Yeah.
A flash promo.
Yeah, 1 hour, 2 hours. Some people are going to miss out. Some are not, right? But it's going to be, it's difficult to try to pick that 1 or 2 hour slot. But, if we do 1 or 2 hours, but we do them more frequently, maybe the way. Okay. So, and we do it different time zones. So if someone is, it comes on while someone's asleep, I'm not going to do it again on the same day. Right. Because that just defeats the purpose as well. Okay. You can't do 2 in the same day, but it'll be, okay, maybe this time zone for one, maybe that time zone for another one, or blah, blah, blah. Again, I've still got to think about it, but I'm kind of leaning towards that. Again, yes, it keeps people engaged. You got to be watching the Telegram. You got to be watching all the, the different social media to know when it's happening. So
got to be on your toes.
Yeah, you do. You do. And I think that's pretty fair. At the end of the day, Stable Swap's already awesome without the promos.
Yeah. And somebody was asked something, with all the promos that have happened since your inception from the start in November all the way to, one dropping here and there. We got some refurb, so we're going to have to cut that off.
Yeah.
Start in November.
Got some feedback there, Papa.
One dropping here and there. Yeah, you're streaming it twice.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Finally hear him.
Okay.
Mute the other side.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How's it going?
The other live stream. That's why.
So this person was trying to figure out, I need to figure out how to calculate all these different promos and the regular rates and where I'm going to end up in and the Excel spreadsheet and all this other stuff. I said, look, I says, the best thing to do is just calculate 0.35% on everything.
Exactly.
Just everything. And project where you will be at 0.35%. And if you look at your numbers and the promos and the rewards, if you care to share it, the affiliate rewards, all that's going to do is just speed up the projection. And I would rather calculate on 0.35% and look at something and say, whoa, I'm way ahead of schedule, as opposed to, oh my gosh, this is where I'm at. And now I'm regressing because it's going back down to 0.35%.
Yeah, that's right. Good way to look at it. Definitely, anything else over the 0.35 is just a bonus.
Hey, just look at your daily rewards and keep stoking that stove, man, till they get to where you want them to be.
Pretty much. Okay, I'm going to bring this one up here. Why not number of directs referral promo instead of liquidity percentage? Number of directs referral promo instead of liquidity percentage.
I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah. Well, one, I don't know where the instead of liquidity percentage part is, so you might want to elaborate on that a little bit more. But number of direct referrals, you know what? Again, that's more of an MLM thing. If you want to focus on
exactly
that MLM thing, And to be honest with you, we are not MLM. That's why we removed the 2 and 3. And I don't even want to consider that. Okay. You guys building teams and directs, that's great. That's absolutely fantastic. You can do that. Okay.
But it's optional. It's optional.
Yeah. I don't want the focus to be based on that.
Right.
Okay. So it's entirely up to you. And so I'm not going to promote that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. This stable swap enables you as a solo player to make great income.
Yes.
Okay. Everything else on top of that is a bonus. So, you know, if some people want to come into it for that, that's fine too. That's fine too. But no, I'm not going to be supporting in regards to doing specific promos just for the number of referrals. All right. We've done that before. We've done it once with the bonus on like the referral reward. We bumped that up for a period of time. We've done that once, and it's not something that we're going to be doing again. Okay. So there you go. Any other questions? Is there anything else that's coming up here? Papa Crypto, talk to us, brother. You've joined us like first time on this stream now. You know, second time I've seen you, or third time because of Telegram.
I was trying to set up my little sound box stuff because my cat decided to use it as a litter box. Get a replacement.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe because I was ignoring them or something. I don't know. Yeah, everything's so far so good, man. Loving
awesome.
Stable Swap.
Beautiful, you know? Beautiful. I don't think there's anything really that people can say that's negative about it. I haven't seen it. I don't know if you guys have seen things where people are whinging and bitching or complaining about it.
No, I haven't seen anything. Once in a while, I join the Telegram group just to see what's going on. It's very hard for me to try to do out here every day because I work like almost 13 hours a day. So
yeah.
But when I get a chance, I go on there, but I don't see anything negative.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything negative since the you know, the first Craig and the other person, but ever since those guys, it's been pretty quiet, you know.
Yeah. Craig and that. I mean, I do get a few like in DMs, but it's nothing. It's stuff that's been covered before and talked about before, so it's not really an issue. I'm going to bring this back up again. For some prospects, percentage promo is like a red flag. I don't know. You guys got a comment on that?
Percentage promo is like a red flag for some. Well, who are these some? This is always what I like to ask. Who are these some? Who are these people?
Yeah.
Bring them on. Bring them on. Let them ask questions.
Yeah. That's right. I don't know about that one. Why would
that's kind of like the news when they say an anonymous source.
I think I know where that question is kind of like tilted toward. If you're, I guess it may even go back to the premise behind the token or creating a coin.
Yeah.
In DeFi, traditionally in DeFi, when the folks that want to rug, and this is not stable swap, but when the folks who want to rug, they have a number in mind. So they'll say, we're going to do these promotions to get in even more money, and we're going to come out with a token, and you can buy these tokens to have more money to come in, and then 2 weeks later, gone. Everything's rugged.
Yeah.
So that's
I see that. But again, I'll bring this up again, up on the screen. The red flag, I guess the red flag. If it raises red flags for you, you don't know the project.
Yeah.
Yes, he's just got that DeFi mindset, just like me. When you first told me about stable swap, I had that DeFi mentality on crypto. 30 days is a long time, and you're talking about 300 days, and I was like, well, if I do it, I'm gonna do it for 30. I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's like our Matt, the super mod. I remember him saying, I might get put a little bit.
Blue chip. I made a big mistake. I did 4 of them for 30 days at 0.53. How do you think I feel? Okay.
Well,
They've already expired. Okay, they'd still be running, but no, I was too chicken to go 300 days. Oh, this will never last. I better only do 30 days.
I was on a private stream with Danny the night before he launched it, and
Yeah.
he was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, well, yeah. But for some reason, when I woke up the next morning, I was like, fuck. Oh, I didn't mean to cuss, man. It's like it hit me everything they were doing. So I went and got my bag ready, man. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I guess if folks really knew the CFI side of things and the regulations and the being with Top One Tech as a partner and backed by a central bank, if they knew that aspect of it, then the red flag concerns would just go away.
Yeah. I mean, look, the red flag is, well, are we going to rug pull?
Right. That in a nutshell, that's what that's about.
Are we going to rug pull? Guys, I wouldn't be out here if we're going to rug pull. I'll tell you straight out. Okay. I value my life too much and my family's life too much for that shit. So,
I'll give you a little bit of alpha, man. I was looking at my books the other day, like in my insurance company, I got like maybe 12 different companies, carriers that I write different lines of business. Some pay $1,500 a month. Some pay $2,000 a month. Some pay, they all add up. But Stable Swap is my biggest book.
wow.
No individual book is paying me as much as Stable Swap's paying me. So now all of a sudden I'm like, man, should I like create a blue chip drip LLC company or something? It's like, man,
Yeah, man, it's an amazing thing that we built, and we're here to stay. So that's Matt,
it's not like I came in with a huge amount of money. It's just that every day, whether it's a promo or not, doing your dollar cost average and building it up.
Yeah, for sure.
How long do CDs in banks usually run where you lock up your money? I mean, are they 6 months?
Aren't they 5 years or something?
Yeah. So we're talking 300 days, 10 months with Stable Swap, and you get it back. And if you want to restake, you can restake. If you want to withdraw, you can withdraw. But I saw, a comment that, it takes so long for the LP term. Well, you don't have to do 300 days, do 60, do 120. But it's our mindset because we have folks that will do a CD for a 5-year term for a low percentage.
And guys, again, it comes back down to this: use risk capital only. If you're going to be concerned at that amount for 300 days, you shouldn't be using that amount.
Yep.
Right. That's the bottom line. Risk capital. Only invest what you're comfortable investing or putting in. Invest comfortably, and something that you're not going to need back within that 300 days.
Right. You don't need to pay bills. You don't need to put food on the table. Don't use any of that money.
Yep. That's right. So there you go. Matt, shout out to you. Sometimes the dev drinks too much. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that, brother. But hey, this is the second Alak-Azul show ever that I haven't had a shot. So there you go. I'm being a good boy right now. Okay. It pains me. It pains me to do that because it's sitting right there and I'd love to do it. The glass is clean and but no, I'm not going to do that. Let me just quickly go through these. My only concern is that my LPs still have so long to run before I can reinvest them. Yeah, that's just the way it is, unfortunately.
But just think of all the interest he's making every day. Okay,
every
think
day.
about that.
Exactly.
That's right.
So Dr. Define, wrapped, wow, Stable Swap pays me 70% of my monthly salary. Wow.
Nice.
Isn't that awesome?
That's
nice.
Love that.
That's changing lives right there.
Yep, exactly. This thing, I've almost doubled my monthly income. Fantastic. And what's this one down here? Let me check this.
Left to go.
Tell you what, if I would have known Stable Swap before I dumped thousands in all DeFi projects over the years, I would be set. Yeah. Yeah. Again, what can I say about that? Again, I'm not here to shill my thing. I'm not here to, this is up to you guys. You guys, your testimony is what matters. It's not what I say. It's your testimony, right? And obviously people are saying good things about it. So there you are. And yeah, I love it, man. I'm definitely not bored.
No, I wouldn't say you would be. And I still say, Danny, that as this thing grows and grows, you're going to have stuff just come your way you're just not expecting.
Absolutely, man. It's already happening, and I see that more and more of this stuff is happening, and so again, this is where, and I say it, I've said it a lot recently. I have to really start taking a little bit of a step back and delegating more. I 100% aware of that, and I get that from all of you. I get that from my partners, and I just have to take those steps. So I apologize in advance if I'm not as active on Telegram lately. I just have so many things going on, and literally we talk about Alak-Azul. If I don't take a step away, it's going to be 2 or 3 years before Alak-Azul comes out.
Right. Remember, your health will be happy that you're taking a step back, Danny.
Yeah, for sure, and I feel the difference, right? I do. I feel the difference. Although, yeah, this morning I was dizzy as hell when I got up this morning, right? So that blood pressure thing is it's reality, and so yeah, I got to keep that in mind. And when I got in here and I turned on my computer today, and I'm just moving around like this, I'm thinking, holy shit, I'm really dizzy. I'm like, am I going to cancel this? No, the show must go on. The show must go on. Things need to be addressed, so I'm here to address it. And that's all that I can do, guys. That's all I can do at this point in time. So I appreciate all of you. We've been going for 2 hours and 17 minutes. We've done our 3 giveaways for the day. So there's $200 that's gone out today. I will be doing that, the actual physical side of that, as soon as we get off the stream. So I'll send that over. So that's Wendy C was the first one, Jim was the second one, and Bornock was the third one. And once I've done those, I'll post proof of those onto the Telegram group so you guys can see that it has gone out. Okay.
I look forward to tomorrow. I think I'm going to give about 9 or 10 airdrops tomorrow. Internal transfers.
Beautiful.
See what we got.
And let me just put this here. Pat, I think you're saying Pat Gallardo, not Pat Garland. Pat Gallardo, yeah. So Pat is our head of operations for Philippines. So he's focused more on that. So, and we're taking a few different directions with the Philippines at the moment as well, in regards to our marketing and things like that. So I'm having a meeting with Patrick this week. But yes, he should be on here a little bit more often. But the thing is that these streams are on Sundays, and Sundays is his morning time with family, and Sunday mornings family, and also with his church as well. His parents have their own church over here as well. Mm-hmm. So he's involved with that on Sundays. So it's kind of difficult to get him here on Sundays. But, we may look at him doing his streams on the main Stable Swap YouTube channel as a separate thing. Maybe we got to look at that.
The thing I like, Danny? Yep. Every 30 minutes now, I have so many deposits. Every time I refresh, that number just grows. Every 30 minutes.
Beautiful. Gotta love that.
I know for a fact Blue Chip does that. He just sits there and refresh.
I wish I could do it like that.
I've been making myself not look at it so much.
All right, guys. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Hey, that lotto tonight, the cash payout is $683 million. That's the payout.
That's crazy, isn't it? Oh, well. There you go. I hope they get a good financial advisor. Ladies and gentlemen out there in the stream, thank you so much for joining us. My crew in here right now, thank you again for joining me. Greatly appreciate you. I love you all.
Cue the outro.
Yeah, man. I may do a video call over in the Telegram later. We'll just see how it goes. But straight after the stream, I'll do these giveaways, and I'll post it, and we'll see how we go. Everyone out there, much love to all of you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to do the outro.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
No problem. Okay.